Welcome back to Learn English by Listening. I'm your host, Zia.
And I'm Avery. It's great to have you with us. Zia, are you much of a shopper?
I enjoy it, but I'm always looking for a good deal. I especially love outdoor markets. You can find such unique things.
Me too. But sometimes when you're in a new country, it can be hard to know the rules, especially when it comes to prices. Are they fixed? Can you negotiate?
That's a great point, and it's exactly what we're talking about today. Our episode is titled Asking About Prices and Bargaining.
Right. Bargaining, also known as haggling, can be a bit intimidating if you're not used to it, but it's a common practice in many markets around the world. We're going to give you the key English phrases you need to do it confidently.
To make it fun and practical, we're going to role play a scene. Avery is going to be our market vendor today.
I've been practicing my special price for you voice.
And I'll be the customer, trying to get a good deal. We'll break down the phrases as we go. Are you ready, listeners? Let's head to the market. Wow, this market is incredible. Look at all these handmade crafts. Avery, check out this beautiful leather-bound journal over here. Oh, and that scarf. The colors are amazing.
Ah, you have a good eye. That is one of our finest silk scarves, handmade in the local village, a truly special item.
It really is lovely. Okay, listeners, let's start with the most basic and essential question. When you want to know the price of something, you simply ask, how much is this? You can also say, how much does this cost? But how much is this is more common and conversational. So let's try it. Excuse me, sir, how much is this scarf?
That one is very special. For you, only $40.
Okay, $40. In my opinion, that feels a little high, so it's time to signal that I want to negotiate. A polite and common way to do this is to say, that's a bit expensive.
Right. Using the phrase a bit softens your statement. It says, the price is higher than I expected, without being rude.
Exactly. Now, if the price was truly shocking, say he said $100, I might be more direct. In that case, I could say, that's too much. This phrase is much stronger and shows you think the price is unreasonable. For this situation, let's stick with the softer option.
Good call. Politeness is always a good starting point.
$40? That's a bit expensive.
Ah, but it is pure silk, you see. Very high quality. The colors are all natural dyes.
I can see that. It's beautiful work. Okay, he's explained the value, but he hasn't offered a lower price yet, so now I need to ask for one directly. A simple and clear way is to ask, can you give me a discount?
Yep, this is a straightforward request. It's polite and universally understood.
Let's see what our vendor says. I understand it's high quality, but it's a little out of my budget. Can you give me a discount?
A discount. Okay. Because you appreciate the quality. For you, a special price. $35.
Okay, we're making progress. He's come down by $5, but I think there's still room to negotiate. Another great phrase to use here is, what's your best price?
This is a very useful question. It asks the seller to tell you their final offer or their bottom line. It shows you are a serious buyer and you want to stop negotiating back and forth.
Exactly. It can sometimes speed up the process. Let's try it. 35 is better, thank you. What's your best price?
My best price? You are a tough negotiator. Okay, final price. $32. I cannot go lower.
Okay, $32. He says it's his final price, but in bargaining, that's not always true. Now, I have a price in my head that I'm willing to pay, let's say $25. So I can make a direct counteroffer using the phrase, can you do it for, followed by my price.
This is a very direct negotiation tactic. You are proposing your own specific price. It's confident and shows you know what you want.
Let's see if it works. It's a gift for my mother, and my budget is really tight. I could pay $25 right now. Can you do it for 25?
And while our vendor considers Zia's very specific offer, we just want to say a quick thank you for tuning in to Learn English by Listening.
Yes, thank you. If you're finding our role plays and explanations useful, we'd be so grateful if you could take a moment to hit like and subscribe on whatever platform you're using. It really helps our channel grow and reach more learners like you.
We appreciate your support so much. Now, back to the negotiation. Is $25 enough to buy this beautiful scarf?
So, what do you think? $25?
25? No, my friend. That is less than it cost me to make it. I cannot do 25. But because it is for your mother, I will meet you in the middle. How about $28? That is my final offer.
$28. Okay, this is a common tactic. Meeting in the middle. He started at 40, I offered 25, and now we're landing somewhere in between. 28 is a good price, and I'm happy with that. Okay, $28 sounds fair. You have a deal. I'll take it.
And that's our final key phrase. I'll take it. This clearly tells the seller you have accepted the price and want to buy the item.
Once you say, I'll take it, the negotiation is over. It would be very rude to try and bargain more after that.
Excellent choice. Your mother will love it. I will wrap it for you.
And scene. We did it. We got a good deal.
Nice work. So let's quickly review the key steps. We started with the price, stated that it was a bit high, asked for a discount, asked for the best price, made a counteroffer, and finally closed the deal.
That's right, and it's so important to remember some cultural context here. Bargaining is expected and is a part of the fun in markets in many parts of the world, like in much of Asia, the Middle East, and Latin America. And Avery, we should also talk about what happens when your offer isn't accepted. In our role play, the negotiation was successful, but that's not always the case.
But in other places like Japan, Australia, or most of Northern Europe and North America, you generally don't bargain in shops. The price on the tag is the price you pay. Trying to bargain in a department store in New York or London would be very strange.
A great rule of thumb is to observe what others are doing. If you're in an open-air market and see locals chatting with vendors and negotiating, it's probably okay. And always be polite and friendly. Bargaining should be a respectful game, not a fight.
Absolutely. Keep it light, have a smile on your face, and be prepared to walk away if you can't agree on a price. Sometimes walking away is the best negotiation tactic. Well, that brings us to the end of our shopping trip. We hope you feel much more confident about asking for prices and bargaining in English now.
How much is this? That's a bit expensive. Can you give me a discount? What's your best price? Can you do it for... That's too much. And, of course, I'll take it. And remember, the goal of bargaining isn't to win or to get something for an unfairly low price. It's about finding a price that both you and the seller are happy with. It's a conversation, a give and take. And remember, the goal of bargaining isn't to win or to get something for an unfairly low price. It's about finding a price that both you and the seller are happy with. It's a conversation, a give and take. Exactly. Think of it as a cultural exchange. You're participating in a local tradition, and that's a wonderful part of traveling. Even if you don't end up buying anything, the interaction itself can be a memorable experience.
Practice them. Say them out loud. The more you say them, the more natural they will feel when you need them. And if you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe and leave us a comment. We'd love to hear about your own bargaining experiences.
Join us next week, where we'll be sharing more real-life learning situations using polite language. Until then, keep practicing.